On today's show, October in the upper Midwest means pheasant hunting in the pheasant hunting capital of the world. Where else but South Dakota? Come along as we go to a place called Cody's Place.
Coals are nice and hot.
And later, Laura Shera goes wild in the kitchen with another way to enjoy the autumn season on your plate.
Look at that.
It's never too late to get started in the great outdoors. For example, how about archery? Learn to shoot a bow and arrow.
Ooh, that's
There
almost
we
better.
go. Those stories and more next.
Bullseye.
Minnesota Bound. Brought to you by Minnesota's select GMC dealers.
Hi, everybody. Raven and I welcome you to the show. As you can see, we're joined by a very special guest, daughter Laura. Now, Laura, our first story is about a pheasant hunt on the prairies of South Dakota, and you should have been there.
Well, my invitation must have gotten lost in the mail.
Maybe it did. Let's go to Cody's Place. We'll find out. This is the gateway to America's West. Pierre, South Dakota, and the mighty Missouri River. A place to hunt till you drop. Rooster! And fish until your arms get tired of reeling in lunkers in the uncrowded waters of a Wahi Reservoir. What's not to like? You're taking all my fish. Here's the state capital, South Dakota. Smallest state capital in America, about 13,000 residents is all. And we're going west out of town here on 14 to a public walk-in area found on a map provided by the Department of Game Fish and Parks. The only unknown is if it's holding any pheasants, but that's why they call it hunting. So we're gonna find out. Find out? Yeah. Unless you can't find what you're looking for.
So we're gonna go west on 14. We're gonna check out this little spot right off the blacktop. So should we try and booney up there real quick to see if we can get there before it's dark?
We try not to get lost.
Call Scott Franson.
Hello?
Do you want to lead here? You got the map. When you get a safe opportunity, pass me up.
Okay, I will do that.
A few miles later,
Pheasant just ran across the road.
did it really? Oh, right there. That's a good sign. Yeah, right by no trespassing sign.
So is this all posted? Can we go on this road, you think?
Okay, so much for anticipation overload. Sunset is nigh, and the birds are going to roost. So at the moment, our dreams of roosters flying and dying will have to wait until tomorrow, I'm afraid. Next day, finally, the plan is to meet a South Dakota rancher, Cody Warne, and rouse birds at his ranch till we dropped. But where's Cody?
Cody today is under the weather.
No problem. Mark would be our guide. We already knew Cody's Place was a ringneck hangout, and guide Mark helped make pheasants prosper.
I started off back in high school working for Cody, doing just odd-end jobs. And every now and then I come out and help whenever they're short-handed.
Enough talk. Time to load 'em up and head out.
We're gonna walk this food plot.
Suddenly the sound of ringneck wings and rooster alerts.
Rooster! 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 Rooster!
Cody the rancher might be too sick to hunt today, but the rest of us are doing fine. Hey, miss you, Cody. Kinda. Coming up,
Make the next plan.
more ringnecks in the air at Cody Warne's Ranch, an unforgettable sight for any bird hunter's eyes. When we return, we'll keep the birds flying at Cody's place. Rooster!
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Minnesota Select GMC dealers. Ellsworth Creamery. Rapala Ice Force. And by Border View Lodge.
Welcome back to the show. Let's head back to Cody's place in South Dakota to see if those pheasants are still flying.
Rooster! Rooster!
Here.
Rooster! Good bird, good bird, good bird!
Good girl. Good girl. Oh, beautiful bird.
Good bird. Rooster, 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 rooster! Rooster, rooster! Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird!
Wild roosters, wild hens, doesn't matter. This is the bird hunting magnet called South Dakota, and especially here on the Cody Warne Ranch.
Rooster, right there, Ron!
Well, too far for the second shot anyway. Rooster right there, there you go. There you go, dipper, 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 dipper. Rooster! There we go.
You could say this was becoming a jaw-dropping bird walk, a sky full of ringnecks.
Rooster! Rooster, rooster! Rooster! There you go. Yeah, if you can just keep them heeled right with you today, because them birds they can hear everything today. Rooster, right there, huh? There you go, rooster. Get him out of there. Rooster! There you go. Boy, they can really hear today, can't they? Yeah, and got him on the run anyway.
The busy autumn sky over Cody's ranch is no accident. Cody knows how to produce wild birds.
The right nesting cover and just having enough food supply for them in the winter, you know. That's probably one of the most important things is your food supply in the winter, if you have good nesting and you can get the birds there.
It's no wonder hunters from all over come to hunt at Cody's place.
First visit to South Dakota. I've not, but grown up hunting in North Dakota my whole life, never hunted South Dakota. This is my first trip here. The country's beautiful, it's different, you know, tons of birds. It's just been, it's been fabulous.
It's a good shooting, Tex.
It's unbelievable. I mean, he has managed his property for kind of a pheasant nirvana. It's the story you want to see with pheasants is habitat.
You take it for granted when you live out here, you always think everybody has pheasants everywhere, but pretty exciting when you get to see somebody that's never seen a pheasant.
First bird, last bird, they're all exciting.
Stay up there with Raven, she's pretty. Been something there. There it is. Good girl. Now we know why you're the star of the show. Atta girl. Good job. Yeah. No greater thrill.
I finally, after missing all those easy shots, I made a tough one. That makes it all worthwhile.
And oh yes, we left a few, quite a few, behind.
And then walking with friends. There's nothing like walking to the end of the field with good friends and the dogs and sharing some stories of birds that fell and probably more about those that got away.
You do not want to overcook wild game.
Coming up, going wild in the kitchen with Laura Shera. Good eating.
Closed captioning from Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Radco Truck Accessories.
Today is a special edition of Wild in the Kitchen, and I'm here with Chef Jim Kinberg from Firelight Grill House and Cocktail Bar. And Chef Jim, we are truly doing a field-to-table dinner tonight because you and I were doing some duck hunting at Watson's Hunting Camp with the ladies.
Yes.
So it's ladies' weekend.
Great weekend.
We invited you along,
Yes,
of course,
thank
and
you.
now we are going to cook the fruits of our labor.
Yes, we have some amazing fresh duck. We shot a bunch of teal this morning. I've done a quick little marinade, teriyaki, maple syrup, very simple camp recipe. We're gonna cook them over charcoal grill.
Awesome, well let's get started.
All right.
So it looks like our coals are nice and hot.
Yeah, you notice they're all covered in gray. That's exactly what we're looking for. That's gonna give us a nice radiant heat to cook over.
And I'm noticing you're putting those skin down.
Exactly, because I don't want them to flare up.
So how long are these on the grill?
You know, probably a maximum of about 10 minutes depending upon your temperature. You do not want to overcook wild game. So we want that skin to render down, get it nice and crispy. The last minute, we're probably gonna flip that over, give that other side just a little bit of cook to it, and it should be about medium rare, medium when it's all done.
So how are we gonna serve this duck?
Well, since I'm cooking for the ladies who hunt tonight, we had to keep it healthy, very nutritious. We've got a little quinoa salad, a little edamame, a little braised greens, and we're gonna tie in the same flavors that we marinated the duck breast.
Love it.
So we're gonna start off with a little bit of olive oil with a little bit of fresh minced ginger and garlic. And Laura, I don't know how spicy you like it, but there's some red chili flakes over
Let's add a
there.
little spice, so the girls like it hot.
There you go, keep it spicy.
And our next ingredient is edamame.
Edamame. We've got a little chicken stock and a little of that maple teriyaki glaze. In advance, I made a little quinoa pilaf, so pour in about 1/4 of that. Healthy greens, so there's some spinach, there's some kale, there's some arugula, there's some Swiss chard, some beet greens. Toss all those right in there.
Check on our duck.
We should check on the duck. Look at that. So you see the skin is nice and crispy. It cooked through nice and juicy. I think we are ready to go to the plate.
Look at that. All right, I think I know the secret to girls' hunting weekends. It's bring along a private chef.
Yes.
Something so simple could be so gourmet at hunting camp. And going from the wetlands to our table tonight, as they say, it's wildly delicious.
Right into that D-loop right there.
Up next, how to get started in the great outdoors. This week's topic, what you need to know to join the Minnesota boom in archery shooting. Stay with us.
Bullseye.
Bullseye, good job.
Minnesota Bound, brought to you by Connecticut, Totem Resorts, Maui Gym Sunglasses, and by Evinrude, the official outboard motor of Minnesota Bound.
We always encourage you to get outdoors, but sometimes you wonder, how do you get started? Well, I decided to find out how to get started in archery. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I am good. I am looking to get started in some archery.
Well, excellent. You came to the right place. First of all, we need to get some measurements and get you fitted for proper equipment. What is it that you plan on doing with it?
Well, I think I'll probably start off with just some target practice, but then eventually I want to use my bow for hunting.
Perfect. Well, let's start off. Let's get a couple of measurements.
Okay.
First and most important, we need to test your eye dominance.
All right.
Okay, very simple test here. What we're gonna do is you're gonna hold this card out like this. You're gonna bring it up, find my nose through the hole in the card, and then slowly bring it back to your face, keeping my nose in focus. This tells us which way you're gonna shoot. Perfect. You brought it back to your right eye, meaning your right eye dominant. Are you right-handed?
Yes, I am.
All right, so that means that your eye dominance matches your dominant hand, so we don't have any issues in there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure your wingspan. That's
Okay.
gonna tell us what your draw length is so we can fit you to the bow. Why don't
All
you
right.
follow me? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure your draw length.
Okay.
In order to do that, we're gonna put your fingers against the ledge right here, shoulders nice and level, back against the wall. This is gonna show us what your wingspan is, and then we can determine what your draw length is gonna be.
All right. It's time for the wingspan.
So this here is showing us that your draw length is 26.5 inches, which is your wingspan divided by 2.5. So now that we got your measurements, we can get you fitted to a specific bow. So here we have our entry-level equipment, and then we have some more advanced equipment that all kind of depends on A, what fits you, and B, what you're using it for.
All right, Joe, I like a little speed in my shot, so I think I want to try the Bowtech. Do you think that'll fit me okay?
Absolutely, that'll fit you just fine. Let's get it fitted. So we're gonna check the draw weight on this bow. So the draw length should be really close. What I want you to do is hook, yep, right into that D-loop right there. Can you see these pins right here through the peep clearly?
Yep. Yes, I can.
Perfect.
We want bullseyes. This is like a little crab claw.
That is a release, not a crab claw.
You sure? It looks kind of like a crab claw to me.
All right, so we're gonna slide our left hand through the wrist sling like that. Move your hand all the way up to the heel. You wanna make sure that your hand is comfortably behind the bow, not off to the side. We're gonna take our arrow, we're gonna load it. We're gonna put it in the rest, arrow rest, just like that. You're gonna knock it to the string, right in the middle of your D-loop. So your release or your crab claw thingy goes right here. When you're ready to shoot the arrow, you're gonna connect your release right there to that, right there to the D-loop. Yep, just like that. Remember your safety, finger behind the trigger. You're gonna extend that arm. Now you're gonna focus through your peep. You're gonna look down here. You're gonna find the top pin. You're gonna put the top pin right on the center of the bullseye.
Where'd I go? Oh, way off.
It's
Hello.
It's okay, we gotta adjust it. All right, let's try one more. We adjusted the sight a little bit. Let's give it another try. There you go. Squeeze the trigger.
Woo, that's
There
almost
we
dead
go.
air. Nice.
We're right there.
Yes.
One more little adjustment and we'll get bullseyes.
Woo.
Bullseye.
Oh, did I get it?
Yes, bullseye.
Excellent. Yes. Bullseye.
Bullseye, good job.
Thank you, so much fun. And if you too want to try this modern day version of this ancient sport, stop by Average Joe's Archery and they'll get you started. This is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Bullseye.
Getting started, Laura, that's a great idea because your dad was a bow hunter for years. Lots of fun.
It is lots of fun. I think I might have a new addiction on my hands.
Well, that about does it for us. Remember, introduce a kid to the great outdoors, teach him archery. I'm Ron Sharon. Of course, the star of the show always is, let's see, Laura and Raven.
I think it's just Raven.
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. For more information on these stories and more, catch us on the web at mnbound.com. Share your stories on the Minnesota Bound Facebook page under the Share Your Story tab.